The NFT space is one of the hottest trends of 2021. A 12-year-old just made $400,000 selling his NFTs. Amitabh Bachchan made 7 crore rupees selling his NFT collection. Disney is selling NFTs of characters from Marvel, Star Wars, Frozen, Pixar, and much more. Nike just acquired a company that creates wearable NFTs. Beeple sold his art collection for a whopping $69 million to MetaCoven. Bored Ape Yacht NFTs started at $190 a pop back in April 2021, and now they're selling for hundreds of thousands of dollars and even millions of dollars. Now you might be thinking, what is an NFT? How do you create your own NFT? How do you sell your NFT? What is the technology behind NFTs? How do you flip NFTs like the Bored Ape Yacht Club? Why are these glorified JPEGs worth so much? Is it all hype?
It's all a fugazi. You know what a fugazi is? Fairy dust. It doesn't exist. It's never landed. It is no matter. It's not on the elemental chart. It's not fucking real.
This is what we'll be covering in this video. Harpal Singh joins me to answer all of your questions about NFTs. Make sure that you hit the like button and subscribe. Make sure that you watch till the end, and let's get this thing started. Hi Harpal, thank you so much for joining me here for this video, and how are you doing there?
Yeah, thank you for having me again. I'm doing fine. Yeah.
Amazing, bro. Last video was amazing. A lot of people got to learn about Web3 and crypto in general. How can they get started as a developer? Today we'll be talking about NFTs. We've all seen the craze in NFTs. There are a ton of NFT art that is selling for millions and millions of dollars. A lot of people are confused about this. Some people think it's the new tulip mania. So we want to learn about what is NFT exactly. So that's what we'll be talking about in this complete video. My first question to you is, what exactly is an NFT? Non-fungible token, what does it really mean?
Sure. So before understanding non-fungible, let's understand what fungible means, right? So fungible basically means it is an replaceable item, replaceable by an identical item, or exchangeable with an identical item. Right. So think of currency. The 10 rupee note we have, we can exchange it with an identical 10 rupee note if we don't consider the number on the note. But they are both identical, and the value we exchange will also be identical. Right. So non-fungible is the opposite of that. Basically, the NFT that we have, you can think of it as a collectible which cannot be exchanged with an identical one, because each one is unique, right? On technical basis, every token that you have has a different token ID, right? If you see a collection of CryptoPunks, they range from a number of 0 to 9,999, right? So every NFT is different, and it cannot be you cannot compare them with each other because they are independently unique. Yeah, you can think of that. Yeah.
Okay. What are the use cases of NFTs exactly? Like what will I do when I buy an NFT?
Right. So use cases are different. Technically, all the NFTs usually follow the same standard, but the on top of that, you can build different types of use cases. One of the most popular ones are the profile picture NFTs like CryptoPunks, Bored Ape Yacht Club, and some of them can be thought of as collectibles. Then some people are using NFTs as tickets, tickets to events, online conferences, etc. Some people are using NFT as early access pass. Okay. Then recently, Phantom Wallet of Solana did a NFT launch where the NFT holders will get early access to the test flight invite on Apple. So if you have one of those NFTs, you can submit your email address to get a test flight invite to the Phantom Wallet on iOS. So that is one use case of NFT. Then there are NFTs which are being used for gated community. There's a community called Metaverse HQ, which basically has all the people in the community drop early alpha on what are the new NFTs coming up, what are the new opportunities, and etc. But if you want to be part of that community, you need to hold one of those NFTs. Then there is NFTs which are being used as proof of attendance. There's a particular name of it, POAP, proof of attendance NFTs, which basically represent your attendance in a particular event. For example, when I participated in hackathons, at the end of the hackathon, they give you a link to claim your POAP. which basically represents my participation. Then there are proof of completion NFTs as well. So as you can think of them as certificates, you get certificates, right? And when you complete a Udemy course, for example, so Build Space provides you NFTs when you complete one of the courses there. So that is also one of the
Right.
use cases of NFT.
A certificate that is an NFT actually. Right. So the question is, why is it valuable? Like, why does an NFT hold value? What do you think? How does that happen?
Yeah, so the value is basically dependent on the use case, and it's also very subjective. The early age of NFT was related to art. They compared it with collectibles, and the price valuation of collectibles is also very subjective, like baseball cards and Pokemon cards. It's all subjective, right? But depending on the use case, the value of the NFT differs. Like a gated community can have a value of NFT which is different from what a proof of attendance NFT is, and a, NFT which is a proof of completion of something has a completely different value. It might not be a
Hmm.
monetary, but it represents something that you have achieved or you are proud of, right? So the value of NFT is pretty subjective, and it's a very sensitive region where one needs to research a lot before they jump into NFTs. Before you jump into valuation of an NFT, you need to have a lot of information about it beforehand, I would say. Yeah.
Hmm. I see these videos in which people talk about 100x your money with the help of NFTs. How does the value of NFTs fluctuate over time, and how can someone sell? How is it possible to see like a 100x jump in like the price of an NFT?
Hmm. So it's kind of you know it's kind of a group effort. People who hold the NFTs and the community, if it's strong community, then the value of the NFT increases because everybody wants to be part of that community, and if being part of that community is holding an NFT, then the value of the NFT increases. And there are some statistics, there are some terms that one needs to know about something like floor price, right? Floor price basically means what is the least price at which you can get an NFT from this collection right at this moment. So if you check
Hmm.
OpenSea, you can see this floor price on every collection, which basically says that if you want an NFT right now, at this very moment, you need to pay this much. You might see some NFTs which have been auctioned, which are on auction. So offers on those might be even lower than the floor price, but that does not mean that it is the price right now because the offer hasn't been accepted. So floor price matters. Some people just aim to buy the NFTs at floor prices to give a chance that they might get a 100x or 10x or whatever return they expect. However, yeah, fluctuation of NFTs is more based on like how viral the NFT collection goes and what is the um, value that they are creating. Are they going to create what is the purpose of creating that collection, right? Every
Hmm.
collection is different. CryptoPunks is valuable because it was one of the most earliest ones. Then there are Bored Ape Yacht Club. The reason of having the price of a Bored Ape very high is because a lot of high influential people are being the part of the community, and if you want to be part of that community, you have to pay a particular price, which is at least the floor price, right? So it
Hmm.
depends on the community, what their agenda is, and what they are trying to achieve. That's what could influence the price of the NFT.
Now let's try to understand how can I make my own NFT and how can I sell it and what are the costs involved in the same. So tell me about that.
Yeah, so creating NFTs is very simple. If you are a coder, then you just need your code editor and some ether in your wallet. But if you are not technical, you can go to OpenSea and or Rarible and go and create your NFTs. Now there are two different ways how you create your NFT. It can differ in two ways. Like you can create your NFT using your own contract, right? Or you can create your NFTs on the OpenSea or Rarible contract. What will happen is if you select that option, you will get a little less charge. Uh, the gas fee for the contract creation won't be charged to you, but you will maintain NFT on their contract, which means that your contract abide by the rules written in their contract. So if you are comfortable with that, you can go through that way. But the code for the OpenSea contract, as far as I know, is not open source. So yeah, you are taking a risk there. However, if you are planning to create a collection like 10,000 NFTs or 5,000 NFTs, I highly recommend that you do it on your own contract, right? And then there is an option for that too. So you can select that option. By selecting that option, you will be charged a lot more because the contract will be created and then the NFTs on that will be created. So you will have a separate contract for yourself, which you yourself
What is this
own.
charge for exactly?
So this is the gas fee, the fee for using the network that you are trying to create your NFTs on. So if you are going to create them on Ethereum mainnet, it's going to be around $200 or $300, somewhere around that, depending on the gas price. But if you create them on Polygon, it's going to be extremely cheap, like a dollar or less than that, even less than that. So you can go and create on OpenSea, you can create on Rarible. There is a website called Showtime. You can create NFTs there as well. Then there's a new one that is coming up and it's pretty good. That's called Third Web. So these are the popular ones where you can go and create your NFTs. You can also create your NFTs using your own coding skills, which is also kind of the same. You can, if you want to have very custom type of features, you will have to create it using your own coding skills. But if you want the normal ones,
Mm-hmm.
then you can go and create on these platforms. Yeah.
Right. And you just submit it on OpenSea and then people just bid on it if it is interesting and they just buy it. That's basically how it works.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, then. So now we've created the NFT. How can we now sell the NFT on OpenSea or wherever it is that we have to do that?
Sure. So there are various marketplaces. If your NFT is created on the websites like OpenSea, Rarible, then it's compatible with almost every marketplace. If you have a custom code for it, I would recommend that you know how to make it compatible with this marketplace before you create those NFTs, because once they are created, you can't change the code, right? So I hope if you're creating the NFT by yourselves, make sure that they are compatible with the standard and compliant with the standard and compatible with the marketplaces. So let's just discuss about OpenSea because every marketplace is pretty much the same. So on OpenSea, you can just go connect your wallet. It will show the NFTs available in your wallet and you can sell them. Now the various options you would see would be single NFTs, multiple NFTs. So OpenSea gives you the option of bundling NFTs into a single sell transaction. So if someone makes a buy on that, all of these NFTs in a bundle would be transferred to them. That is one way. Uh, in terms of currencies, I think ETH, DAI, and USDC is supported. I've also seen when you go to the Sandbox NFT page, you will see that it also supports Sandbox token as a currency. So that's also, you can look at that. And you can either sell the NFT for a fixed price, you can auction it, you know, get bids on them and accept whichever you feel to accept. And then there is also a reserve only sale, which where you can specify which specific wallets are allowed to bid or buy. And OpenSea has also the service of receiving email notifications. So if NFT gets sold, you will get a notification that you have received an offer or your sale has been completed. So yeah, that is one thing. And if you're creating a collection, what will happen is automatically you will get a storefront page on OpenSea. So what I mean by that is the page where the description of the collection is mentioned and the links to their social, their website, all of that is mentioned. So once you create your NFT contract, you will automatically get a page on OpenSea as well. So this page will be editable, but you have to make sure that the owner of the NFT contract is an externally owned address. What I mean by that is it is a wallet that a human can interact with, because the person who can edit the storefront page on OpenSea is only the owner of the NFT contract, right? So when you connect your wallet to OpenSea, If that is the address of the owner, then you will get edit options to, edit the name of the collection that is displayed in OpenSea. What is the cover image that you want to show to people? What is the description, etc., etc. So one thing to take care also is that, yeah.
Got it. How does flipping NFTs work? Let's say I see some NFT on OpenSea and I see that a lot of people are interested in that. I have some Ethereum lying around in my MetaMask and I want to flip it. So, what are the rules of the game over there?
Flipping is pretty standard. You just buy it and put it on auction, or you put it on a fixed price that you want against that NFT. What I recommend is that whenever you're trying to flip NFTs, one should also consider the activity. Now, OpenSea is very generous that they provide the activity feed as well. Just below, if you go onto the NFT page, the single
Mhm.
NFT that you're trying to interact with, you will see the activity that has taken place regarding that NFT, the sales, the transfers, etc., etc. on the blockchain. So I recommend that you investigate it properly, because what I've seen is there are some fake sales or a fake resale value that is being that is trying to be created, right? So let's say I buy a CryptoPunk, or let's say I buy a random NFT collection, and NFT from a random NFT collection, and I want to, just um, just for the sake of making it viral, what I do is I sell the NFT for a very high price, like 100 Ethereum or something, just to make it, uh, you know, just to do a publicity stunt, right? What I do is I have this NFT. What I will do is I will put it on sale for 100, 200 Ethereum, right? Nobody is going to buy it, obviously, because nobody knows about it. But what I will do is I will go to my second wallet, and then because I have 100, 200 Ethereum in my second wallet, I will just buy it. Right, so that now becomes a transaction of that sale of that NFT, which will be recorded on the OpenSea platform as well, and on the blockchain. So people might think, oh, okay, this might be valuable because somebody bought it for 100 or 200 Ethereum. But what you couldn't see was that the guy was the same person, right? So people do these kind of things as well. It is not necessary that every NFT does the same thing, but you should have the skills to investigate such kind of situations, because yeah, you might just get wrecked because of doing that. You might just think that it's actually 200 ETH NFT, but it is not, right? Most of the collections, like 99% of the collections, are mostly cash grabs. So basically they promise that if you buy this NFT, we will use those funds, and doing this we'll create a game or whatever. Physical commodity will be delivered to your place or something like that, but just after a few days all of that hype and pump is gone, right? So, and also, what happens is that the project launch happens on their own website, right? So you mint their NFT. Usually, this is how it goes, that people create a collection and they launch it through their website, and people go and mint it at a specified time. Like they specify like 10 p.m. at this day, minting will start, and then everybody can just start minting NFT. So there is a minor gas war as well. What I mean by that is, if the collection has 10,000 NFTs, which means at least 2 to 3,000 people are going to fight at the same time to get NFTs, right? Which means the demand for the network is going to spike for that time. At least in Ethereum mainnet this happens, and I've seen some people pay like 2,000 or 3,000 just for gas fee for minting their NFTs. So I highly recommend that people don't FOMO into it, right? Some people might think that I must be the first person to get that NFT in order to have that first mover advantage. But I've seen many times that secondary market is actually way cheaper than buying it directly from the creator of the NFTs. Why? Because some people are just paper hands, right? They just can't wait for the NFT price to go up. They want to flip it instantly. They just take it and they just want to flip it for cheap. So if you just wait for a few hours or a day or two, you might get to see that NFT at a cheaper price, considering not the initial mint price but also the gas that they paid, right? Because if you are paying gas along with 2,000 people, it's going to be very high. Rather than you wait for the gas to come down and then buy it from a secondary market like OpenSea for cheap. right? So whenever you are flipping NFTs, make sure you also consider the gas that you're going to pay, because it's going to be high if you are going to buy it from the first seller. Yeah.
Right. Awesome. What are your what do you think about the future of NFTs in 2022 according to you, just your personal opinion?
Yeah, future of NFTs is extremely bright. I think there are a lot of use cases that are still not explored. And I think, yeah, NFTs are going to be used for a lot of things. I've seen NFTs being used as clothes and shoes, characters in a metaverse. Then there are NFTs being used for governance. Nouns DAO is one of the examples. So yeah, tickets, proof of ownership, proof of completion. So yeah, there are a lot more use cases yet to come. Even I am not sure what is yet to come, but yeah. So people shouldn't just consider NFTs as a collectible. I think the perspective should be that NFTs can be a lot more than just being collectibles. It's a way of proving your ownership towards something. So yeah, I recommend people to go around on the internet and explore what could be the possible outcomes. And yeah, one can also go and check out the Messari yearly report. I can provide a link to that. So read that report, and you can get an idea of what the other people are thinking about. And regarding NFTs, what people can do is people can build stuff on top of it, right? Like there are a lot of applications like rarity tools, NFT rarity tools. So every NFT has attributes associated to it. Generally, in a collection of NFTs, every NFT has attributes like color of hat or color, background color, etc., etc. And based on that attribute, the rarity of an NFT is different. So if just for example, if there is an NFT collection where only a few NFTs have a red color hat, then those NFTs become more valuable and more rare compared
Right,
to
right.
others. So people can build tools which give you the information regarding which NFT is rarer and then compared to others, right? There are existing tools, but one should be willing to explore other chains and the NFT projects on other chains as well, other than Ethereum, and build tools over that. There are tools which can watch wallets. So, kind of like following people on Twitter to get early information early compared to others is what is comparable. You know, you keep an eye on the wallets which are able to get into NFT projects early, which are going to be good in future. For example, the people who got into the Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT collection earlier than everybody else, right? The Bored Apes weren't this expensive when they came out. They were less than one ETH, even less than half ETH. So who are those people? Who are those wallets? Which wallets were those who interacted with those NFTs and got to into the project earlier than others? You can create applications like uh, the applications which watch these wallets and what are the NFTs they are interacting to, right? And you can bet on them. There is a possibility that you might land onto a unique and rare one, right? Because these people are obviously more smarter than us. So following them could be a good idea. I don't recommend it, but you can create such tools. Since blockchain is open, you can do such things. So yeah, that is also a one way of entering into NFT space as a builder, if not a flipper.
Right. Awesome, bro. Thank you so much for joining me here. You went into a lot of depth about NFTs. I hope the audience got to learn a lot about this and they can now start with their journey. All the resources are linked in the description. You can go and take a look at that. Thanks a lot, bro, for joining me here. And I'd love to have you more in
Yeah,
this channel.
yeah. Thank you.